Well, good afternoon. I haven't done a video in a few days, so I am working on a project. My work surface is quite a mess right now because I have several little things going on. If you were watching my very first video, you no doubt saw that I was doing a giveaway for this set of Studio G stamps that I had purchased at Michael's. So Erin, also Scrappy Hour 09 is what she's known on YouTube, was the winner of the video. And so I was just getting her package ready to send last night. So I decided to put a few other little things in it. We'll start, these are these bags that I showed you in the same video that I purchased from Gifts International. So it fits perfectly just to have those little stamps in there, so that's in there. And then I also purchased the La Creme matte stack from Die Cuts with a View. Now I own this stack and I really like it to make elegance cards. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to get another one and throw it in there to go with the stamps. And then I thought, well, I need to come up with a tag. So I decided I would make a tag, and it was so easy to make these tags, I decided, I'm just going to make a few. So I'm going to show you some of the ones I made. I used a few different things. I used my Distress ink pads from Tim Holtz. I used this big flourish from Ink Boutique, as well as there's a butterfly, I believe it's from this set. Maybe, no, it's from a Tim Holtz set. But I used this. I used some of the other stamps in here, the Flutter, Live, Laugh, and Love. I used on some of them. I'll show you in a minute. I also, on one of the tags, used this Live the Life You Have Imagined and this Man with the Umbrella from the Tim Holtz Life's Possibilities. I used kind of the stopwatch also. I used this little stamp that says Not All Who Wander Are Lost, and this it looks kind of like a negative of children from a photography studio. I used that one. And I used the bird in this set. This is the French Connection set. The other set was the Lost and Found set. So I used those. So what I did is I just took my makeup sponge. Well, the first one I did, I just took my Distress pad and just inked over the top. And then I put the stamp over. It was okay. Wasn't that great. So then I decided to use my makeup wedges, and I used the Tim Holtz Distress Ink Puma Stone, and that's this one that you see here. And then that big flourish is so large, I kind of like it because then just a section of it is on the tag, and it just kind of runs off. Then we've got, this is the one I used, Live the Life You've Imagined, and the stopwatch. I inked around the edges as well. And then using the Dusty Concord, I did the same technique with the sponge on it. This is the bird, and this is just a little stamp from the French collection with just some words on it. This one I really liked. It's the butterfly here, and then on the side it says, Not All Who Wander Are Lost. Really like that one. And then this, again, just use that big flourish from Ink Essentials and just stamped on that using the Dusty Concord. And I used the Dusty Concord for the back, just softly with my foam brush, and then I used the same Distress pad to stamp the image. These I used, I think it's the burlap, I can't remember the first word of it, from Tim Holtz. And this one's a little more masculine. I put ribbon in all of these, and it just says Live the Life You Have Imagined. Now, I also did the back of them just because they were white. These tags are some tags I had left over from Christmas. My Christmas card this year had a big tag on it, and I had made a mistake and cut, probably 50 to 100 extra, and I just had them laying around, so that's what I thought I would use with these. I used tags, bags, boxes, and more for my Cricut. This one, again, using the same butterfly, Laugh, Live, Flutter, Love. This one is kind of hard to see, but I kind of like it. I took the negative, the Photograph Studio from the Tim Holtz, and on the side it says Not All Who Wander Are Lost. And then when I was all done after I'd stamped it, I kind of turned the stamp upside down and stamped this little polka dot edge up on the top just to give it some extra dimension. And then this one, again, just the same burlap frayed burlap is what it's called, and then it's a tone-on-tone with the same stamp. This one's a little bit different. This is the one I'll put on the outside of the package, and this is a Tim Holtz in Dusty Concord, and then I use the big flourish with the Puma Stone, and then on the Puma Stone background. And then instead of inking with the Puma Stone around it, I use the Dusty Concord. And it says, to be all that is possible, we must attempt the impossible. To be all that we can be, we must dream of being more. And so this is the one I'm going to put on the outside and put my little sentiment and note on the back. So we're going to make one more. I have 10 here. And after I was all done last night, I went ahead and inked the back using the Puma Stone Distress ink. And after I was done crafting last night, I was watching some YouTube videos, and I actually found one with Tim Holtz. And if you saw one of my earlier videos, you saw this Ranger mat it cleans up really nicely. And he had a technique using the mat itself that I thought I would try for the front of this tab. It's just kind of different, something I'm going to do. So I'm going to take the pad and actually stamp it right on my mat. I figured if anybody knows anything about these products, it would be Tim Holtz, since he's the one that designed them. And then you just take a spray bottle and just lightly spray that, and it kind of beads up right on your mat. And then for the front of the tag, I'm just going to lay it in there and just press it down. And it will pick up the ink from that mat. Now this is the first time I've tried this, so we'll see how it looks. Kind of gives it a very different texture. I kind of like it. Just clean off my mat here. And then I'm going to take my embossing gun, which is quite loud, and we're just going to dry it real quick. Now for the video, that was sped up. But even without speeding it up, it just took me a matter of a couple of, maybe 30 to 45 seconds to go ahead and dry that, and it's all nice and dry. Totally different look than these using the sponge. Kind of different. That's the beauty of making your own things. Everything can be a little bit different. I kind of like the sponge look, I think, a little better, but for a certain application, I think this will be great. So I have my Not All Who Wander Are Lost tag again. And I thought a butterfly was a perfect sentiment, or a perfect picture of wandering around. So again, from Ink Essentials, I'm using the butterfly. I really like the tone-on-tone tags. So again, I'm just using the tone-on-tone. And I think I will put this kind of at an angle about there. And then using the Not All Who Wander Are Lost, put that across the side. Just stamp that right down the edge there. It's a little difficult to read, but it says Not All Who Wander Are Lost. Now, I had some ribbon that was close to the same color as the Puma Stone, and I didn't really like the way it looked tone on tone, so I will probably just take some of that lilac ribbon, like what I've used on some of the other tags, and tie it to the top, and I will be back in a minute. So I found the piece of ribbon I was missing to put in the top, and I just wanted to show you how simple it is to run these through a tag. Now you can buy tags, or you can cut tags. If you don't have a Cricut to cut your tags, you can just cut them by hand. You can buy templates, just little plastic templates to cut them. However you want to do them. I mean, just find a tag you like and use it as a pattern and keep your pattern. Tags are so fun, and it's so nice to get a gift with a little personalized gift tag on it.